know all 538 electors have voted, formalizing Biden's 306 to 232 win here in this country when it comes to the presidential election. One of the people who have the opportunity to cast their electoral vote, but for President Donald Trump, is Fairalee Carrier, who is a Republican Party official here in Harris County, Texas. Glad to see you. You're joining us from Boston. But we know your heart is right here in Texas with us. You even got a flag on the wall, right?
I do, I do. We must not forget where we come from.
Exactly, exactly. So the Electoral College vote was Monday night, and it is clear that President-elect Joe Biden has been elected. But there's still some people out there who are saying the election was stolen. Now, I know you're Republican, but you're a realist too.
Yes. At this point, the election, especially after yesterday, is certified. It's done, and President Joe Biden elect is our new president. And the beautiful part about being an elector is that even if I'm not saying I disagree, but if I were to become what's called an unfaithful elector, I could write in Joe Biden's name where I have that motivation, but I don't, because when you're an elector, you are entrusted by your constituents within your congressional district to carry out their will. So it's always an honor and privilege to be able to do that for the citizens of Texas, and specifically in my congressional district, which is 18.
Were you concerned that some people would do what they wanted to and went against the will of the people?
No, because those are what's called the unfaithful electors, and there's usually not enough of them. At least there has not been in the history of our country enough people to unfaithfully elect and cast their votes for the candidate that they were not charged to cast their votes for.
Now, taking a look at this whole process that we've seen since Election Day back in November, has it harmed the Republican Party that the president has vowed to fight the democratic process here in this country where the people voted for President-elect Joe Biden? What the president in the past called a landslide against Hillary Clinton, and won't acknowledge that against himself.
Well, I think the president is taking a hard loss like anybody else would who lost a significant challenge or endeavor in their lives. And as you know, he's already allowed President Biden and Vice President Harris to begin receiving these security briefings, and he's doing everything almost like biting nails and doing it, but he's doing it because.
But it took us a while, Fairalee, to get here.
Yes, it did, and the president said he is never going to concede, and there's nothing in the rules that says he has to concede. Conceding is something that we've done as a country historically.
Almost a courtesy.
It is a courtesy. It's a courtesy to the other candidates so that they can have like full assurance that they're not going to have to worry about a situation such as this that's happening now over the past couple of months. But either way, the process continues, and I understand why Donald Trump does not want to concede. I support that. I support if the candidate says, I'm going to stand my ground, then to stand his ground. He's doing a lot of different things as far as filing the lawsuits, and the lawsuits are failing. But he's got a lot of remedies at his disposal, and if he wants to use them, he has every legal right to do that.
Is it harming, and my original question was, is it harming the party?
I don't think it's harming the party. I think the party is very strong. The Republican Party is looking to the future, looking to 2024, looking to how we can be better in including more people that are black and brown and from other different backgrounds, because we realize that we can't be the party of, middle-aged white men anymore, because our country looks very different. So I think as a party, in some ways, this whole process might have strengthened us, Isiah, because we're now forced to look at what we need to do to be better as a party, and to be, better fulfill our conservative and constitutional and federalist values.
Fairalee Carrier coming to us from Boston. home right here in Texas, one of the electors in the Electoral College. And thank you, ma'am, for having integrity. And it's always good to see you here on The Factor Uncensored. You're one of our favorites.
Thank you, Isiah.